Hello, my name's Sheehan, and today I'd like to talk about Bach's Orchestral Suite number 3 in D major. I'd like to just kind of explore how each of the movements are put together, because I do like understanding where I am in a piece of music, and really getting a grip on the form helps me keep engaged in the music. And if you're a bit like that, you might like this channel, so please click like and subscribe. Now, Bach probably wrote this, his third orchestral suite, or overture as he called his orchestral suite, probably around about the 1730s onwards. Although maybe some of the music had been reused from earlier works, this is often the case with Bach. There's certainly a set of orchestral parts from 1730, so it's probably most likely performed then. Anyway, the 4 orchestral suites are real pinnacles of the genre. Bach didn't write many of them when you compare him to composers like Telemann, for instance, who probably wrote hundreds of them. We've only got 4 left from Bach. However, they are masterpieces. And the third one in particular has got this real kind of grandiose majesty about it, particularly in the lengthy first movement. Now, of course, dance suites were a real cornerstone of Baroque music, with those courtly dances such as the gavotte, the bourrée, the gigue, etc., etc. And Bach seemed to relish pulling these dances together with a lengthy overture in the French style. So the third suite begins with this grand overture in the French style. And it's really in 3 parts. We have a slow introduction, we have a quick middle section in counterpoint, before we have a slow coda, which is similar to the introduction. The introduction itself you could call a binary form piece in 2 sections, and we begin with this rather grand idea. D major, note those dotted Baroque French overture rhythms, dum, da dum, da dum, accentuated by the timpani. Actually, let's listen to a bit with the orchestra. It's a thrilling sonority, isn't it? Those festive sounding trumpets rising above the orchestral texture. Now, more often than not, the introduction will be repeated before we come to the B section. The B section is really a kind of a concerto grosso form. We have 2 alternating sections going through various related keys. And there's quite a prominent part for the solo violin here. Here's the A section, how it begins. And it's written as a fugue. Concertante section, the bit with the solo violin, that's what you might describe as a B section within this larger central section. We have this. That kind of thing. And this middle section, this fast portion of this opening movement really alternates between that tutti idea with the festive trumpets and the solo violin part with the smaller ensemble in true concerto grosso style. The music then finishes how it began, really, with the slow grand music coming back. This is a mighty movement which is probably equal to about the length of all the other movements put together, but it really is terrific stuff. The second movement is the famous air, which was made famous in the 19th century by the German violinist August Wilhelmi, who arranged it as the air on a G string. But despite its familiarity, you can never deny the extreme beauty of this binary form piece. Let's just remind ourselves how it goes. Despite hearing it millions of times, I still think it's one of the most beautiful pieces ever written. Of course, it's got that famous walking bass line. Etc. The inner parts I just think are beautiful. We've got that, obviously the melody. And the inner parts here. All those the second violins coming in with their own dialogue with this beautiful theme. I just think it's just marvellous. And it really builds this music to an exquisite climax in the B section of this piece. Next, Bach gives us a pair of gavottes, which are arranged in a ternary form, ABA section. So the first gavotte, the A section, sounds like this. Then there's the extension of that idea. Then we come to the middle gavotte. Before eventually we have a reprise of the first gavotte. Tambore is a delightful binary form piece. The main idea goes like this. And I love this bit here. This really gets me. I love that. G to E minor. And the orchestral suite finishes with a bracing gigue, which has got all these exciting cross rhythms. I love that bit. That kind of descending chromatic slide. I love that. And the B section of this gigue carries on in a similar way. So that's Bach's Orchestral Suite number 3 in D major. Great piece. Have a listen to it if you haven't heard it for a while. And if you don't know it, get to know it. It's really fantastic music. If this is your kind of thing, please subscribe to my channel. And if there's a piece you'd like me to look at in the future, please put it in the comments below, and one day I'll get around all of them. Thanks for listening. All the best. Bye.